just they just get the beat. They get the beat. I said today's episode, the theme will be golden tempo, and they just pulled this all together. And I will now say, Peacemaker Talks is in session. We are, I want to say right off the bat, stick around for the last episode. Joe the Box is going to come in, and he's going to give us an update on our favorite America's mayor, Rudy Giuliani. So we got some good news coming. So stick around for the last segment. But today I have a special guest. It is Sean, DVS. He's going to keep the tempo. He is a rapper. He's a sound... are you there, Sean? Here he is. Hello. I got stuck with spoken word and a conservative Christian artist.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm a Christian conservative, Latino activist rapper.
Okay.
I got a couple number ones.
Yeah. So DVS, I know Sean. So when I was going through trial and all that after January 6th and the arrest, and that's January 6th really to me is a pivot point if you're going to go on a tempo, because after that things really started to pick up as far as where God was leading, and that's where I feel this whole show is going to. That's what Peacemaker Talks is about, is really practicing peace. And that's only God can bring the peace. But I feel like music, some people just have a natural talent, can sing and are in tune. And even if you have a really natural talent, the only way to get Carnegie Hall is, do you know how to get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice.
Practice.
So even if you have the talent, you got to do the practicing. And so I know you through just after January 6th. I was in the trials. I was going through that whole what they tried to do then, like the way they tried to keep us off beat, and I was very centered there. You were very active. I wasn't really an activist prior. I was, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to keep God's beat. You felt the beat to be an activist before, so we're going to hear your story where you caught the beat and what you were doing, because you were really active with the vaccines and you were going out there in New York. You were right out there. You truly were a warrior. So I'm going to let you talk for a while and just tell us. And
Yeah, it was really fun, actually. It was the thrill of my life, to stand for all of the things we stood for. I've been out there since, I think 2018 is when I started really getting active.
Okay.
2017, maybe.
Okay.
Released my very first album ever. I think it went like number 27 on the charts for my first album ever released. And that was really good.
And is that what, the Billboard charts?
No, the iTunes charts.
iTunes, even better. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was.
Wow.
It was.
And what was the name of that song?
MAGA Music Chapter 1, God Wins. That was my first album ever. I've made four chapters ever since.
Beautiful. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So yeah, I went to the MAGA million MAGA march. I went to the Stop the Steal rally. I went to J6. I went with my huge bump box on a skateboard with a flag as a cape and a microphone on a skateboard with a huge bump box.
Oh, so
But
where do you post that? Wow, we just pull a thread right here. I kind of want to get more. So before we get into, because I got a million questions for you right there, but I'm just going to ask one. Is there some place, did you do anything specifically with January 6th where we could see that picture, or do you have anything like Instagram where that's on it, or did you kind of put it on the side?
Yeah, I definitely have some pictures for sure. We did a music video there on the field. Where
Okay.
everybody was all over the field, and then One thing also that I noticed, by the way, that nobody ever mentions
Okay.
is when we were filming the music videos for this other rapper, Nash Villain OG and Forgiato Blow,
Right.
and we were filming a music video, and they had caterpillars outside with the keys in it. So one guy, and we never thought anything of it until later, but
Yeah.
one kid said it was his and started moving us up and down, going a little back and forth. For me, that was preparation for somebody to take it and do something stupid with it.
Right.
Yeah, there was like three of them, and they had the keys right in them. So for me, I think that was a setup. Nobody ever talks about that.
And and again, like we are so self-governed. MAGA, America First, we are so self-governed because that was there, that was presented. But did you use it for that? No, you used it for a music video.
Yep.
You're
No, let me tell you, it was one of the most beautiful days ever. Like
yes.
that day, there was gospel singing before we marched. It was just beautiful, super patriotic, no problems with anybody. I think Antifa was there, but they were like on the side. They were like held back on the side.
Yeah.
And then later, we find out what happened inside of the Capitol. But
Yes.
obviously, from what we know now,
Right.
it was a setup all along.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I never went in the Capitol.
Okay.
I was just on the field, but it was a beautiful day. For me, it was one of the most beautiful days ever. It was just so patriotic, so much love of God, so much unity, all colors, all races, major diversity.
Could I
And it,
ask you? What, a lot of people. I was talking with Joe the Box beforehand, just about tempos, right? Like a tempo, and God has a tempo, right?
mhm,
God has a tempo. And I feel as if the bad guy, who, you know, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him,
mhm,
evil, has its own tempo, right? And it's off. It's an off tempo. It's off beat. Like that's. I'm just going to keep it simple. Explain it that way. A lot of
mhm,
people
mhm.
were saying, "Oh, Trump was it was a dog whistle," like those, and I thought, no, liberty rings a bell. And it's like God's spoken word. Like when God designs, He sends out a sound. He sends out right, and I feel as if when Trump was speaking, it was ringing that bell, that liberty, that resonating freedom. What did you
Mhm.
feel like? What brought you there? What resonated with you to go there that day?
I just wanted to, show support to our president, and to our country. We all went as patriots to go support the president.
Right. Yeah.
We knew what we saw. We knew what they were trying to do. We knew, they were really trying to steal the election. We knew what they did, so we wanted to be there and just, have our voices heard. Um, but it really was an incredibly beautiful day. It was just so beautiful. Like the whole experience
Yeah.
was beautiful until things got a little crazy. But obviously that was prepped,
It
you know,
absolutely was.
to to
Yeah.
make that happen. But yeah, it was. I've gone to a lot of Trump's events. Probably been to like 15 of his rallies at least. Um, I've gone all over the country, in support of him. At LA, Tennessee, so many states, and it's just been fun, and just the love of my life, to stand for something that means so much as our God and our country.
Yes. Yeah.
And usually that's what I make my music about. So I actually started my first few albums, which was Maga Music Chapter 1, Maga Music Chapter 2, Maga Music Chapter 3, all the way to Chapter 4, which was finally the Latino one. So I
Okay.
made the whole Latino album. I had a song on there, Voto, which, apparently we actually moved the needle a pretty good bit. In Jackson Heights, I used to drive my truck around there, and that's where
Okay.
I filmed the music video. But it resonated a lot over there. Uh, all the Dominicans, even the Mexicans, all the Latinos over there, they love Trump in Jackson Heights area for
Yeah.
the most part. And so we turned Jackson Heights to Trump. I think after at least a decade, 2 decades since they went red.
Okay.
So I made the album about the pandemic. That was a really epic time for us. We did enormous marches. We did a march with across the Brooklyn Bridge with, according to one network, it was about 50,000 people marching across the Brooklyn Bridge
Wow.
with
I
the
remember seeing
firefighters,
that.
Bravest for Choice,
Yes.
the
A nice
Medical
flag
Freedom
you had.
movement, the NYPD. It was just so much force there, and it was beautiful. But we stood strong. We did sit-ins. We went into restaurants, demanding that they feed us without no vaccine passport and don't treat us like dogs. We really had a lot of fun here in New York, and it's kind of the reason why I actually stayed around in New York, because everywhere else people are, they got it easy, but in New York, people are pissed. Like the people who are pissed, they're super pissed. And so they're the ones fighting for real. Like if you go to Florida, they're not, as active as we are here.
Yeah.
But it's because we're pissed. We're seeing like
We're
the
also
absolute
kind
worst
of
of it.
like that we are the Ellis Island, the gateway, like a big part of what comes through New York is going to make its way to the rest of the America, is right? Would you agree? Is the sort of
Oh, absolutely. If we can change New York, we'll change the whole country.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And
If we can
just
do it here, yeah.
yeah, and just really quick, we just did you well, this we've got like 17 seconds left. And I just want to know if, but we'll come back. We'll come back, and I'm going to have a few more questions for you. And then I want to know about where you came into your music, how that developed. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So I'll come right back with just a commercial break.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. We'll get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back to Peacemaker Talks. We got Sean DVS here, Christian rapper, and he is filling us in. Oh, look what we got also, the Freedom. Talk about golden tempo. They have that Freedom workout coming up here at the America First Warehouse.
Mm.
So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, definitely. Looks like fun to get in shape and work out. And it's for a good cause. It's for a very good cause. But I forgot to mention, you know how you fit in big shoes to fit into, and I am sitting in Rudy Giuliani's chair. I don't know if you know, Joe the Box helped Rudy out when the FBI was not knocking on his door, coming through his door, and he needed to, when you need to move your furniture, Joe the Box came in to help him out, and he's storing Rudy Giuliani's leather work chair, and I'm able to sit in that right now, and it's very comfortable, I must say.
Very nice.
Yeah, right? But
Very nice.
and again, stick around for the last episode. We got Joe. He's going to come in and give us an update on Rudy's health. He was mayor when I was a police officer back in the 90s. Where were you? What was Rudy Giuliani ever your mayor? What's your background?
I think I was living in Florida by that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I did a lot of back and forth, and I loved Rudy even back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so give us your background. Where did you grow up?
So I was born here in New York, but lived most of my life in Florida,
Okay.
and did a little back and forth here and there. And then I've been in New York probably the last 10 years or so. But yeah, I've been doing music. I started doing music when I was 16. I just tried just for poops and giggles.
Okay.
And it actually was good. I was like, wow, wait, this is good. So
Yeah.
I went on from there, and I kept doing music, but I never released the music
Wait, hold on.
until
When you say you did, what do you mean by that? Like you would just mess around with your friends in a garage band, or were you taking lessons?
actually
you
my
have
first song I did it on MTV Music Generator on the PlayStation.
Oh wow. Okay. So
I
just
think
for
it was
fun.
the first PlayStation.
So it wasn't through school, or did you? It just something you gravitated towards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. A lot of my influence came from like Tupac, Twista, DMX, Scarface.
Gotcha.
I like the thorough artists from back in the days. But yeah, Tupac's my favorite artist.
Okay.
I think he's been probably the biggest influence, at least.
Yeah. You could see it and hear it in your music. They got that. You got that tempo with. I could. That little bit of rap that I know, it's always a tempo. There's always a tempo, and that's how you can trace it. So you can trace that in your music. It does come up. So I'm sorry, I cut you off. So then you were so you got interested in music, and then when did that kind of come into more? When did you start forming it? Where you recognize like?
So I did songs, but I never released anything because I was always told that, oh, if you're gonna do a song, it's gonna take like $3,000-4,000, something crazy.
Right.
So I never actually even tried to release anything.
Isn't that funny?
But I did it mostly for fun. And then, but all of my stuff, ever since I started writing, all my stuff has always been either religious, some hints of politics or things, just world events. But it's always been, all of my music has always been God centered. I've never written a song or released a song with curse words in it.
Okay. Wow. So as being a young rapper, and you were influenced, and that culture of didn't come through, but just the tempo came through for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I really love the way Tupac did what he did with his music. He was very passionate, very lyrical. He didn't just speak about his own life. He like got into your heart as well. It was like you could really feel what he was saying, and I thought he was a very brave person, fearless person, and I consider myself to be pretty fearless.
Yes.
I think the only thing that would make me fear is if I'm, doing anything against God.
Right.
Aside from that, I'm ready for anything.
Yes. Yes. That comes through as well. So your music is very much influenced. So when you went to make this, you were getting this negative feedback about, oh, you got to have money to do it. When did you just say, no, and how did God kind of push you forward with it? Because we all
Yeah, I
know.
mean, actually, after Trump came in office, I saw that there was a new wave of Christian music that started to become much more patriotic and tough. People started seeing that Christians are actually the tough ones. They're brave. They stand up for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really it hit me right where where I love the topics I love. Politics and religion. Uh, Trump was somebody that I felt like I could stand by and really pour my heart out truthfully and just be myself. Be what talk about the things I've always loved to talk about. I actually became a barber for 11 years specifically because barbershops the number one topics in barbershops is politics, religion, and music. So I felt like, okay, I can be in a place where I'm gonna enjoy myself, not feel like I'm working and talk about the things that I love to talk about. So I feel like I like to just fit in where I don't like to do music that I can't, that's commercial or gimmicky. I like to believe in what I'm talking about. So that's a big thing for me when I make my music.
Nice. And do you studied just by ear? Did you ever did you ever study music, the science of it, or the?
No, I never did actually. It just came to me, and I
Yeah.
did pretty good my first try, and so I went forward with it and kept trying a little harder, and people liked my stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny because so you take somebody who really likes music, like I always hear like somebody like Bob Dylan, and I said, what made him think he could sing? Like what made him? And it really is a science. Tempos are a science. Like if you get the tempo down, you can't really, even if you have that talent, you got that natural ear, you can just make music. And then
hmm
the more you practice it, the better
yeah,
it gets.
it probably helped that my father was a singer too.
Oh, okay.
He was a Latino singer. He would sing on Spanish channels. Nothing major, but it was something he really loved doing. Performed a lot, wrote a lot of songs. Um, and so I think I got a lot of that from my father, but also my brother. He used to do a lot of really funny, just really comical raps, like just for fun. He'll change a whole song, like
Oh, good. Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic,
Yes.
like that kind of stuff. Really fun
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, I love
So
that.
he might have been also a big influence on me doing music.
Nice, nice. That's yeah. That is fun when somebody takes music and makes comedy out of it. So but something that's not fun. Let's go back to January 6th. How isn't it amazing that God really gave you something to carry you through that difficult time. So in the face of the enemy, you didn't start using the tactics, you didn't try to start fighting them on their ground, on their terms, which is absolutely, they just love to destroy, they love to be chaotic, they love to take everything out of tempo, right?
hmm
You, like God really just kind of gave you that grace, and that's the blessings of God, right? To help us through when we are up against something. And would you say that you were during that time after January 6th? Did you not feel like, oh man, like did it take you off your tempo?
Um, I really have a lot of trust in God, and I think if I'm doing the right thing and I'm fighting for the right things, that He'll protect me through all of it. So, um, I never was really fearful about
Okay.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten in the faces of Chuck Schumer, Mom Donnie, Anthony Weiner, Robert De Niro. I just don't fear. God is. I really believe in God. I believe He. As long as I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm just going along with His will, that I'm safe.
Yes.
If anything happens to me, it's His will. That sounds good to me.
And it's
you
funny
know.
because to me, it's music to my ears when I see you confront, and I watch the videos when you confront Mamdani, when you confront Schumer, Wiener. to me, it's music, and you just know. But to anybody else, it's like who is not quite understanding the level of criminality that these people are intertwined with. For them, it sounds, it's not going to sound right. But and again, if you're not on God's tempo, it's probably not so much. It hurts their ears, right? But for us, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it when you use your voice for good and that. And so you really weren't they never came to your door. They never came after you with anything.
Not
Thank
me.
God. Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. Yep.
Yeah. I tell you, music is what kept me through when they, in prison, all that. You get little tablets, and I was able to download music. And it's really, once, like you said, like I don't listen to people who curse, and it's all about what are they speaking about. Like as much as the music, it is what is the message. So your message is pro-America, America first, and we're going to come back and we're going to just delve in a little bit more about your music. We got about 30 seconds here. Anything you want to throw in that maybe I could have gone a little deeper on?
Well, yeah. Listen, this life is only a breath, and then we're eternity begins. So for me, the only thing we're here for is kingdom business, and if you're doing that, that's all that matters.
Agreed. All right, come right back.
And celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back. We got the Golden Tempo themed show today. And I've got DVS Sean from a Christian conservative artist, rapper, and we've been discussing what brought him into his golden tempo. And we were just really just talking how the first time I know I met him was the Brooklyn Bridge March. And I can't remember it was the I Need Ya, but it wasn't your original I Need Ya Brooklyn Bridge March. This was done last March or something, because I had just gotten out of being hostage taken.
Well, I made my first I Need Ya song, I think, after the Brooklyn Bridge March. And I performed it at one of my first I Need Ya rallies, of which I had, I think, four I Need Ya rallies in City Hall.
Okay.
And I even recorded a music video, which I never released yet. And that was, I think, in 2021.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I made a second version of it.
Okay.
I Need Ya 2.
So
but
that's
TOO.
And that's what. So I didn't go to the original one. It was the one just recent. It was over the Brooklyn Bridge, and you'd gotten the placards. That's the word. The plaque. I Need Your placards.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes.
Yeah, you made one for me.
Yeah, in all my rallies, I would make individual signs for each person. I need ya, Joe the Box. I need ya, everybody. I made one for everybody.
Yeah.
Really creative ones, cartoon images or Funko Pops, bobbleheads. A lot of really fun ones I've made.
So we were also. How did you come across Joe the Box and the America First Warehouse? When did that?
Yeah, I think it was at a Bronx rally, caravan from the Bronx to, I think it was to I forgot the name of the park, in Long Island. And I forgot who was running at that time.
Tina.
But yeah, we did a caravan to whatever that park name was.
You could ask Joe. He's going to be on pretty soon. He's going to come on the next segment, and we'll ask him.
And I just
put
loved
me
his
on
energy
right
when
now.
I first met him. And I found out he had this place, and I was like, oh man, I got to go there because this guy's apparently very awesome.
Are your ears ringing, Joe? We're talking about
They are. I'm wondering if they can put me on a 3-screen.
We're bringing in Joe the Box.
Can you put me on a 3-screen?
Let's see.
With them?
We're going to have the...
I don't know if they can do it upstairs.
The tempo's going to pick up a bit here. So,
There
he is.
Let's go.
The magic of television. It's a beautiful thing. Well, we rallying for Tina 40? In the Bronx, it would have been Tina.
Oh yeah,
It was
that's
either
who it was. And there was
otherwise I
another
was-
candidate too, though. There was another candidate.
I was also fighting for Andrew Giuliani also. I did a lot of rallying for him too. But you're a leader, dude. You're a leader in the New York City community, and are you a real minority? Do you think, DVS, or are there other like-minded people that are just stuck in New York City, having to be there?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who just want to stick it out. Really want to fight for this state. A lot of people are just like, you know what, this is getting too crazy. And so a lot of people leaving, but I have my debates. I love Florida. I lived a lot of my life in Florida, but nobody's fighting like they are here, and not in Florida. You know what I mean? So if there's any place where we can do something, it's definitely here, and it's where it matters. So,
now, Sarah, you're a warrior in New York City as well, but you're on the Brooklyn side of things. Do you wear your red hat out there on a regular basis?
I'm in Queens, and I'm only armed with my tambourine.
Your tambourine, your rosary, and your 3 little wise men.
Yes.
Is what I understand.
I got my American flag out front my home, which, you go down my block, not everybody's got one, and, it's unbelievable. Queens is just, it is like what he said. You got to stick it out. We better not be. What's that fort in Texas?
The fort in Texas, the
Alamo. Yeah. But wait, when you just said Tina too, I just want to throw this out there. There's going to be for Tina Peters. They're out in Colorado. I'm going to be heading out to that.
Yeah.
So
You going out there, Sarah?
I am. I'm going to go out again and be able to
That
get
is
out.
so fantastic. I had
Yes.
gotten a phone call for that too. I love the vigil. I love what Freedom Corner has done for, so many years, the years, 900 some odd days on Freedom Corner for our J6 prisoners. And they're going to try and do the same thing for her out there for 3 or 4 days, I believe it is.
Yeah, that weekend. I think it's the 23rd.
So that's wonderful. What
Yeah.
better representation can you get than a J6er, that's been there?
Well, you got the president. You have the president's representation, and they still. To me, this is.
Well, here was something crazy. Just the other day, I believe there was a judge that apologized for the assassination attempt on our great president Donald Trump. He apologized to them because it wasn't comfortable for him in the jail. And meanwhile, this is the second book that I've read so far of the J6ers and their experience in the jail. And how despicable really they're taken care of and how they're moved around from pod to pod. Some teams are just cleaners, so they would be, painters or cleaners. They would work the pods at night to keep them painted and cleaned, but guys are just animals in the jail. And the jails are just, they're made not to rehabilitate you, but they're made, to what I'm understanding, to really break you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can only imagine every book that I'm reading so far from these J6ers, they all rely heavily on Jesus Christ.
Yeah. When I was in solitary, that's what happened. He said, I never heard of anybody. Oh, well, somebody ought to fill this guy in. See, he's a bad note. He's off the gold. He doesn't have the golden tempo. That guy is sour notes coming out of his mouth because he's clueless. How can you be a judge and sit there and be that clueless?
You
Insane.
got like the worst
Completely
judge.
insane.
You got the worst judge of all of them, Boasberg. I believe that he is so evil that some of his evil actions are really coming out now.
I'm the judge now.
You are the judge now. As a matter of fact, Sarah, I have a big judge's bench, and maybe we'll put Boasberg on trial, and you can be the judge. And you can give him as much mercy as he gave you.
It's Shakespearean. Didn't he ever hear, don't take a woman to court? But I want to get back to DVS and talk about this golden tempo more. As far as this whole, Joe, you've got a tempo coming out of this place that just beats, it's like a beating heart for true Americans and those who are, like, I want to get past because it's what they're doing is holding people back. Like, DVS wants to make music. And did you get censored? Were you censored?
Yeah, big time. Actually, I was censored for 2 years. People couldn't mention mention me on comments. People couldn't tag me. I would do live videos and get like 200 people watching, and then like 50 of those people follow me, new follows, and then by the next day I have less than I started with. So it was so many games that they did with me, and that's why I got the Freedom Chariot. That's why I ended up buying my truck, bought my own stage, because they took down some of my videos at their peak, and so I was like, okay, no, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my music to the people myself. I'm doing rallies myself. I'm doing concerts, whatever it is. We're gonna come and bring our talent to the streets ourselves.
Yeah. And Joe, I know that happens to you, even though like we think, okay, we got Trump in office. Woohoo, let's all sit back and now we're not going to get censored and now this is all going to go great. And is that the case?
All I can say is it's fake news. It's fake news. They hate you. They hate me. It's fake news.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Me too.
That I made. It was on my
you
first
performed that
album.
on Belmore last week, man. I downloaded it right away. Right, Gary? And we've been playing it over. Fake news. It's fake news. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. It's been very difficult for the last 6-7 years that we've been building the America First warehouse to really get any ground. When you look at Fake Book and the Instagram, the Meta organization, I mean, I keep friending the same people. When I say you're my friend, say Sarah today, and then 5 days later I'll come up, Sarah wants to be your friend. And I'm like, I think she is my friend already. I had friended her before. So we hovering about 3,000 or 4,000 friends, and that's what we had for the last 6 years. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I think it's fake news. It's fake news.
Yeah.
They hate you. They hate me.
So we gotta wait. We gotta. I think in the end, really, we're waiting on that shift that only God can bring, right? But we have to keep practicing what we know is right, and we have to keep going towards that. Correct?
Yeah. One of the things that I have, my wife always tells me I don't listen, and I'm not really sure what she means by that. But I've been fighting very hard to listen to our Lord Jesus Christ when He gives me my direction and my thoughts that He's inside of me when I'm quiet and when I'm by myself, and I really talk to Him directly. And I will tell you that His message is quite clear, that this is a movement of not only just me, but many people like you, Sarah, and like you, DVS. This is such a wonderful place. This is such a wonderful country. And to see how the devil had moved within us as we were, asleep. We saw it, but we didn't really pay attention. I saw it. I didn't really pay attention. Now I'll vote for the Republican the next time. But really, I'm voting for the same evil people that are in there for the last 20 years. It wasn't until that God shined the light on these people by using Donald Trump. And this is why they hate him so much. Donald Trump has the armor of God with him. And I know he's a human. I know he's a man, and I know he makes mistakes, and I know he does things because we all sin. I don't care who you are, even you, Sarah Carpenter. Maybe it might be in a way that you're not really focused on what Jesus is trying to get you to do. Maybe from that perspective. I don't know. I don't want to judge. I want to take the plank out of my eye so I can see clearly what Jesus wants me to do. And it is here at the America First Warehouse. It's here, man.
So come on back.
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our cross will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Get ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Hi, welcome back to Peacemaker Talks. And Joe came in early, and I love it. Joe the Box is here, and we're going to say what a wonderful thank you so much, Sean, for joining and sharing your faith with us and how you practice your peace. And can you just give us where it is people can reach out to you for like DJ? What is it? How can people reach you? Let's put it that way.
So so you can find me on Instagram at official DVS7.0. On X, I'm official DVS7 without the .0 because they don't let you put that. And then you can find all my music on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube as DVS 7.0.
Nice. That's where I found you on the Apple iTunes. I was looking for fake news. They hate you. They hate me. Fake news.
You might want to bring Joe in on the next album.
Yep. Feature.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you so
much. All right. Well,
Sean.
thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
You,
Congratulations on the new show.
Thank you.
And many more to come. Let's go.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, will you?
All right. Take care, brother.
Thank you. So, Joe.
What?
You said we got an update. Let's hear. How is our favorite mayor doing?
Well, I got to tell you, I had a wonderful day with the mayor last week. I had just shared a quick shot of my brother and I. We had picked him up out of New York. He had to take care of some business, so we drove him around. We went into Connecticut, and he wanted to have his favorite pizza with this Frank Pepe pizza, which I've never heard of it, but I do understand that Connecticut might have good pizza from Mystic Pizza. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was Julia Roberts' first film, whatever.
Yeah.
Irrelevant. Maybe that's when Hollywood was kind of safe, They had stories of real people. And
I tell you, I can't even say the word pizza without getting because all that pizza. And we got to make pizza great again. Get rid of this satanic.
That's right. Because they destroyed even pizza. That's how destructive they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, the mayor wanted the pizza, and my brother Johnny and I brought him there, and we just sat at the table next to him, and we were enjoying our slice and just really enjoying an incredible one-on-one with one of the most historic figures, in all the land, right?
Yes.
If you think about cleaning up the city, and you think about his actions at 9/11, I mean, what an incredible man. And I met him through his son, Andrew, when he ran for office. We were very supportive on that. So Rudy went into the hospital. I think on Friday night he was coughing, and somebody had said to him he must, check that out. And it was a continuation of the 9/11, inhaling the fumes down in 9/11, like many other people have done and suffered from there. So Rudy had sacrificed a lot, for this country. So they took him in. He had pneumonia because of it, and they have removed the ventilator since then, and he is breathing on his own. And I do understand that he is still cracking jokes with some of the nurses that are in the hospital. So that's a great sign that he's feeling better. I mean, he was hit by a car a couple of months ago, right? And he had fractured his back. I was with him, a couple of days after, and he had the strap on him, and he kind of liked it, he said. It kept him straight and,
good posture?
Yeah,
His
good posture. It forces the posture on him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you that there's good news for Rudy Giuliani, and it's really because of the prayer. He feels this too, and he has said it, that it's because of all the people that were praying so hard for him, that he's not ready. He's got some work to do still here on this earth, and he's a great man, Rudy Giuliani, and I think he's going to be fine. Yeah,
talk about a fighter, because after September 11th, that really I was also a first responder, and that threw me like to get back into. I couldn't find that tempo to get back, and what really pulled me out of like a very dark time in my life was God's tempo. Like once I started to really recognize, okay, the Pope, they want to say that's, stand in, and the Catholic Church, they tell you, I was told not to read the Bible on my own. And, so I kept leaning towards the church. But it wasn't until I really just leaned in fully on my faith, on reading the Bible, on connecting with God, that I found that tempo to get back up and to get back into things again. And you see someone like Rudy and you say, my God, not only was he down, he had to like pull it all together after that and keep going. And talk about the scale of things. It's just tremendous.
Well, Sarah, you have the same, very similar experiences. I mean, the roller coaster ride that you experienced on this earth, very similar to where Rudy was, where, he worked his way up and earned this position, and he did such a great job. And then, he fell from grace. The people turned their back on him,
Yeah.
And just like the J6ers, the people turned their back on them. There was a false story, fake news, fake news. They hate you, they hate me, fake news, fake news. I don't know why I do that all the time now, because DVS got me singing it. It's really a good song.
It is a good song.
But it was all fake news that got him and destroyed his family and destroyed his life, took all of his money. They took him from, and I've seen the people on the street so angry. They hate him. I hate you, Rudy. I'm like, who are you? Well, how could you possibly hate this man? Where does that anger and evil come from?
Right.
This comes from the fake news. The fake news.
But even that, as much as that, this is what I find where God, I think really you want to urge people to practice peace. Because once you start recognizing, oh, wait a minute, the reason why God said to, love your enemies is so that you don't get into that hateful place. You don't turn into somebody like that. And you can be more, you can understand things, you can work things through, and you can get to that, why would you turn your back on feeling love towards one another? I mean, I can understand at times you fall out of it, but that's why just practicing, it's you got to remain in practice of God's love and that tempo.
Yeah, well, you said it before. You were saying that you were told not to read the Bible. And how we were brought up in Catholic religion. Not that it wasn't taught not to read the Bible, but they focused on, the church, everyday church on Sundays they open up with the Old Testament reading, then they give you the Acts reading, or readings of, Paul or the other apostles, Peter, which I didn't realize Peter even wrote a book. I was like, he was in charge of the gates, but he didn't get a book. What happened?
Right. It gets very technical quick, right? So I'm not really putting down, I love my Catholic upbringing because it was in a way practiced. It was a practice. Was it an actual, was it the concert? Was it, having that moment of being with God? Sure, he's there in the practice. He's the one, like you were talking about President Trump. President Trump, I see, is like a tuning fork, right? That when you do music, there's a science to it. There's each God speaks his sound when that's what created things, his voice, sound. And even when you look, geometry, things like that, it's all based on sound in a way. So even that's why our First Amendment is so important, right? It's our sound. And what are we resonating? Are we in tune with God's voice? Are we?
Well, this is where my listening part comes in. And if you really want to hear the sounds of Jesus or the sounds of the Lord, get up early in the morning at sunrise and just go outside in this time of the year and just close your eyes and think about him and talk to him inside. And listen. What you hear will be the sounds of his work, the sounds of the birds, the wind, the trees, the grass, the smell. What an incredible blessings we have out there, right?
And also it is very personal too, our relationship. And when you see somebody, like I saw some kid saying, I feel a calling, I feel God's telling me to be a priest, and you think, well, that voice that you hear, it is something that, again, is very personal, and you must always align with Scripture when you feel as if does this align right? Like sometimes, like with January 6th, I look back and, I had the world telling me, no, what you did, but I kept going to God with it, and I go to Scripture with it and say, where did I and no, I can. Yep, 1,000 Frenchmen could be wrong. Like, I'm going to stand my ground with this because it's that golden tempo of truth.
Oh, I love
Are you
the truth.
familiar with that when you feel called to open this and to bring you to a place that helps you through? That's what that tempo does in a way. Do you find that?
I do. I am more and more searching and more time in the Bible where I believe the answers are. It's so incredible the way it was written, the way it was put together, and how it really has the answers to almost everything that you're going through sometimes. It's incredible. And I believe that without that power or without that understanding, it'd be very difficult to get through this life.
Yes.
So I kind of feel bad for the people that don't have the tempo, the people that don't see the light and see the truth the way we do. I wish they would.
Yeah. And, prayer. And the National Day of Prayer is coming up, too. May 17th?
That's right, the 17th.
The 17th. I'm actually going to try to get down there for the day. I'm just going to shoot down
I
there.
tell you what, I have some great friends down there for the Stay Awake tour. I was going to go myself, too.
Okay.
But my son is coming in from Vancouver. But Washington, D.C., the Stay Awake tour down there, there's an event. If you're going down there, Sarah, I would connect you with my friends, and they would love to have you walk with them on the mall for the Day of Prayer.
Oh, that'd be nice because, it's tough to do things solo down in D.C.
I got some good friends right up on the same page as you and me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Joe. Talk about a beautiful tempo was when you hear a baby crying, and I know you got that going on with your grandson.
It's unbelievable. I remember when I had him and I got upset. Can you go get the baby? It's crying. I love babies. Get that baby out of here. You know how Trump is. But really, it's something else. What an amazing miracle. The birds, the bees, the winds,
life.
The baby crying.
Save
God bless you,
the babies.
Sarah.
All right, Joe. Thank you for coming on. God bless.
I love you.